Now for my hair removal, I'm gonna have one Pellin strip and one muslin strip. I'm gonna have one cotton round, one Q-tip, and one wax applicator. And it really helps to put this stuff in order of use. So I'm gonna do toner, wax, powder, wax remover, and soothing lotion. Now I have those labels facing you just so that you can see them, but they will be facing you at your table so that you can see them. And so that the instructor can come around and see them. So one Pellin and one muslin. There's specific reasons for all of this. The hair removal is not timed. It is something that is graded individually. And the directions are pretty vague. These are the instructions. You will now perform the hair removal portion of this exam. Individually, you'll be instructed to perform the soft wax procedure. That's it. So that's all they gave you for that one. Again, everything's labeled in English. Implements and tools are clean. Wears gloves. Properly applies antiseptic to the eyebrow area. And it says antiseptic / astringent / toner to the eyebrow area. Uses powder to dry the brow area. Test the temperature of the wax. Apply wax under the entire brow line. Applies wax product in the direction of hair growth. Wax product is applied in a thin, even layer. Gently presses fabric over the wax product in direction of hair growth. Holds skin taut. Quickly removes fabric in the opposite direction of hair growth. Applies pressure to the waxed area. Cleanses the skin with the wax remover and applies soothing lotion. So that's the procedure. So of course we need to sanitize our hands. And we are going to wear gloves during this. So one little tip that might be helpful is to put some powder into your gloves, because if you're sanitizing before you get into your bags for every procedure, it's going to be hard to put on gloves, right? So just a little tip might help you. So we sanitize our hands, we put on our gloves, and we are going to use our toner from the facial to clean the brow area. Now we only have to do one brow. And we just have to do underneath the brow. So that's pretty low key, right? You don't have to do anything too crazy. So we're gonna cleanse with our toner, and then that gets thrown away. Get back into my bag for another cotton round. Now, if you wanna have another form of cotton out, that's fine, like an aesthetic wipe or a cotton ball. So that you don't have to reach back into your bag, that's totally fine. Otherwise, I need another cotton round to get my powder out. And they've been making these lids pretty sealed shut lately. Be careful of how much powder. If you need to tap some off into your trash can, you can feel free to do that. We're just going to dry the brow area that gets thrown away. Now we need to test our wax. So I did my toner. My next step is wax. So I'm opening my soft wax. And we're going to test our wax with the Pellin. And we test by going to the back of our wrist here. apply pressure just like you would. And that's like you testing the heat. Okay, and then I have to get back into my bag, sanitize my hands because I need another wax applicator. Now you don't have to seal this bag, but it does need to like look visibly closed, so you can just fold it over top of itself. And then we're going to do a thin, even layer of wax, which can be a little tough to do with the aloe. So take your time. Throw that away. That's when we use the muslin for the brow area, because the muslin actually stays a lot better than the Pellin. So we're going to apply pressure in the direction of hair growth. You see how that stays? The Pellin won't stay, so that's why we're using the two different ones. Okay, and then we're going to pull skin taut, and then pull in the opposite direction and apply pressure to the brow. And then that gets thrown away. We're going to go ahead and close our wax. We did wax, we did powder, now we need to remove. So we have our Q-tip out, so we don't need to go back into our bag. And we're going to put some wax remover right onto our Q-tip. And all we did was under the eye, so that's the only place we need to remove wax from. And then because I'm using a Q-tip, I can just turn that around and use my soothing lotion right under the eye. And then this gets thrown away. And they'll say thank you, in which case you can go ahead and take off your gloves. And we've cleaned up as we went, so we don't have anything else to clean up, and we're done. Good? Questions?